G'day, Big Bodsta here, bringing you my personal favourite weapon in BattleBit Remastered, the Kriss Vector. This gun has the highest fire rate in the game and is really fun. So if we start off by looking at the main base stats for the Vector, we see that it has 24 damage, so it's going to take not 4 but 5 shots to kill someone unless you land a headshot, and we can't increase that at all because there's no barrel attachment which increases the damage, so we are stuck at a 5 body shot kill. So, which means the more bullets, the more kills for this weapon. That's why I use the Drum A mag, which increases your ammo capacity by 20 rounds, which means you can get an additional 4 kills. This is, just all body shots. And seeing that the Kriss Vector has the highest fire rate in the game, maxed out at 1,200 rounds per minute, we'll gladly accept the negatives of the Drum A mag for the additional ammo. So the negative stats, it is increasing our vertical and horizontal recoil by a similar margin, as well as the main negatives are the control, aim down sight time, running speed, reload time and draw speed are also a lot slower. All in all, the vertical and horizontal recoil are still very manageable and very low compared to assault rifles. So, trying to counter the negatives of the drum magazine, my go-to underbarrel rail attachment is the Magpul. The main reason for this is that it does give you the little bit of recoil and horizontal stability back to the gun, and it's only reducing your running time by 0.02, so it's not that bad. And last off we have the barrel attachment, which is probably the core part of the kit. So if you're playing front on in most of your gameplay and not flanking, I'd recommend the VAMB for your barrel attachment, just reducing your vertical recoil as well, but actually giving you more velocity in your rounds and only decreasing your running speed a little bit. But that's not the Big Bodsta special. We are going for the Osprey 9 suppressor. It is one of the fattest suppressors in the game, and it really makes the gun look a lot better, in my opinion, comparing that to the little shitty suppressor short. The main reason for a suppressor on a gun in this game, in my opinion, is when you are on a flank, it is harder for an enemy to pick up the sound of your gun. You just have a better survivability chance of less people turning around and realizing that they're being shot in the arse compared to having a non-suppressed weapon. So that's the main reason for me picking a suppressor for the Vector. The reason why I choose the fatty over the short is because the short decreases your recoil and first shot and everything. So it does reduce the muzzle flash completely and the sound spread a little bit more, but then we do get more vertical, horizontal and first shot kick negatives. The Osprey 9, we get actually more accuracy and we do reduce the sound spread, and muzzle flash is non-existent as well still. And we only reduce our running speed by 0.01 and velocity gets dropped, but we mainly use this gun in close quarters combat anyway. We don't really use it for range. So I think the negatives on the short are too much compared to this suppressor. Oh, I forgot the main sight. Just pick your personal preference. Mine is the red dot. Side rail, it's up to personal preference for this. I don't really use side rail attachments even on night maps. I don't need a laser sight. I think it just hinders you more because you're more visible to enemies, which is the whole part of having a suppressor anyway, because you want to flank and not reveal yourself. Chuck on your favorite skin for the gun after you have 2,700 kills and you're good to go. So if we look at the stats now, we're still at 24 damage and our vertical, horizontal recoil, first shot kick are all really manageable, really good. Our velocity is pretty terrible, and our accuracy isn't the best, but we still have amazing fire rate and our running speed is still lower than any assault rifle, so we still will be running a lot quicker than anyone else. So I highly recommend practicing hip firing with the Vector, as in you are mainly using this in close quarters instances, and seeing that we have a reduced ADS speed with the drum mag attached, learning how to hip fire will always be beneficial. And the way to practice is just come into the target range and just do what I'm doing, just try and move around and yeah, just practice spraying. But you can see that's one of the main perks of having the drum mag, is that you can just throw so many bullets at them that it doesn't really matter if you miss. If you have poor aim, this is the gun for you, because you can just spray anything and everything and hope for the best. Oops, sorry, this is where your character loadout also comes in play with your helmet. If you take off your helmet, you actually increase your ADS speed by 10%. Or depending on, I'm pretty sure all of them are 10%. As well as if you're running light armor compared to, like if we just go to your normal armor, if you run empty on engineer or just light, you are still bumping up your aiming speed significantly by 5% for light armor, and on empty on the engineer you're actually getting another 20% ADS speed. So if you want to run around as fast as possible with this thing and have a good ADS, then yeah, run light armor, and I can already feel the movement speed difference just from taking off the armor and having a light backpack as well, sorry. But like I said in the beginning, the Kriss Vector is one of my favorite guns. It's been my go-to whenever I'm having a bad game, and then I've whipped this thing out. And after the most recent ASVAL nerf, I think this is a really good contender to be the meta gun now and be the top weapon at the moment. I do think it was already the best in its class in the SMGs, but now I think it might actually be one of the core or best weapons in BattleBit Remastered as we are speaking. In conclusion, this thing is an amazing light, maneuverable machine, really good for taking out a bunch of enemies and for flanking your opponent. And it's always fun just to throw 1,000 rounds down range at your enemy. This video is a little bit shorter than my other loadout videos, and if you're looking for more Vector gameplay, there's a bunch of other videos on my channel with very high kill games using the Kriss Vector. So I hope you guys enjoy this video, and if you're wanting more loadout videos like this one, please make sure to subscribe for upcoming ones and other BattleBit Remastered content and other content that matter. I'm trying to stream and upload shorts and all of that jazz, so yeah, I'll see you guys around. Thanks for watching.